Hello, I'm in Rome, one of the most famous touristic cities in the world, and yet so hard to navigate if you're in a wheelchair. I'm standing at the Barberine station beside a special handicap sign, so it seems to me that the Metro Rome is all inclusive and we are all equal. According to 2013 Italian National Institute of Statistics, there are about 3 million people who report themselves as severely disabled. This includes all disabilities, functioning and sensory motor. I'm one of them, and I am here at one of the central stations of A-Line. Am I included and equal? Unfortunately, the answer is no. I'm up to an ice-cold shower awakening here. There is no ramp or elevator from here to the trains. How could I leave, or how could I have arrived here? Digging deeper into the issue, here are the problems. The renowned cobblestones path in Rome is charming, but a painful hazard for the mobility impaired, rendering much of Rome unwheelchairable. In some places, the footpath is painted on the side of the street, but is not wide enough for a wheelchair to navigate, and drivers often park their cars over the footpath. Metro in Rome started operations in 1950s, at which time the disability inconvenience was not well considered in public transportation design, leading to urgent improvement on the original installation to meet the demand of modern society. Many stations have no elevators, or the elevators are not accessible to the trains. There are stair lifts instead, you may say, but we are at the Spagni station, and the stair lift right beside me with no sidewalk ramp for it. So the driver of the car will perhaps drive just behind the wheelchair. This is absolutely not safe. The stair lifts also require the intervention of an operator, dozens of minutes of time, public exposure of all persons with disabilities, and also those with invisible disabilities. The security guard explained how the Metro train could be accessed from only one parking level and from only one galley, which sounds like a corn maze. But even if I'm able to navigate the maze and find my way through the stair lifts, the stair lifts are unable to accommodate modern electrical wheelchairs because of their weight and size. A whole separate issue is the maintenance. Quite often the lifts are broken and the authorities fail to fix them in a timely manner. This seems like an emancipation of ignorance, the textbook example of discrimination and segregation. 35 years ago, all the municipalities of Italy should have adopted the plans for the elimination of architectural barriers, but the fact is that the law is not enforced and has never been fully implemented. Roma is the first Italian city and sometimes called the capital of the world. The third in Europe after Berlin and Madrid, with 4.2 million inhabitants. Perhaps excels the world for systematic inaccessibility. As Italy has no specific laws that provide codes for buildings, sidewalks, and public transportation to meet specific accessibility standards, the result is much of the accessibility engineering in Rome is inconsistent with both its existence and functionality, like those 3 different levels of escalators in many of the metro stations. Though there are laws covering disability accessibility in public transport, the implementation is left up to the municipalities, eventually leading to a varying degree of compliance with the law. Millions of people frail with disabilities, also due to demographic index in freefall, which is accompanied by an aging population, are victims of unparalleled discrimination. A shame that integrates a blatant violation of the rights recognized to them by the Italian Constitution. We need action. We need transportation systems that are inclusive, or at least integrating all people. This is a serious problem to be addressed immediately in order to guarantee the dignity and quality of life of disabled and elderly people. This is a responsibility of the municipality services. It could be achieved only by installing elevators in all the metropolitan stops of Roma Capital, scheduled maintenance to be performed at night with guarantee of alternate transport for people with disabilities through taxi vouchers. It is urgent to complete the tactile routes of the services for the visually impaired, activate the assistant service on the subway lines, and ensure the audible warning of the names of the stops on the buses. It is only necessary to understand that the Agency for Rail and Road Transport of the City of Rome is the sole shareholder and Municipality of Rome want to be an active part or be forced to make the necessary adjustments. The season of apologies and a noble attempts to shift responsibility to subcontractors is over.